Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are at Caesars Ford Park. Gonna be playing the Fret 9 with my least favorite Discraft molds. Discraft is one of my favorite brands. Most of you probably know that, but I have tried a few discs that I'm like, not really for me. Doesn't mean they're bad discs. Some of these you guys might love. In fact, a couple of these I bet you do love. But for me personally, for varying reasons, these just didn't work out for me. So here's what we got. Starting with our slowest disc, we have the Ricky Wysocki prototype putter. I'm not sure if they ever came up with a name for this disc, but for me, it's just too deep. It feels bulky in my hand. It's also a beaded putter, which I don't typically putt with. The mid-range today is going to be the Swarm, a very overstable mid-range. In my opinion, it was just too overstable for me. Couldn't find a use for it. I thought maybe for forehands, but I like my zones a lot better. They have more glide. They go farther. They still are very reliable for me. The Swarm just seemed to be a bit too overstable for my arm, so I never really reached for it. This next one might surprise you. It's probably a fan favorite, but it's going to be the Passion. The Passion just did not feel good in the hand for me. It's got a nose bead to it that just feels a bit off. When I throw it, I didn't get my preferred flight, and my Leopard 3s seemed to do what this was supposed to do, so I just stuck with those. And last but not least, our driver is going to be the Drive. I'm sorry, Paige, that's two of your molds. The Drive just didn't end up being what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little flippier, a little bit more glidey, and in my opinion, these things dump out a lot quicker than they should. I'm sure that has to do with my arm speed, but this disc just didn't meet my expectations. I'm sure there's more Discraft molds that aren't my favorite, but these are the four that stuck out to me right off the bat. We're gonna be shooting from the blue pads today. See how we can shoot through 9? Let's get it. Hole 1, 279, dead straight, gap to hit off the tee, slightly downhill. I'm gonna try the Ricky putter backhand. I remember this thing being pretty overstable. Try to get this flat. Down. Give me a putt. Ooh, left side. Maybe threw it a little too high because once it got down the hill, it just continued to glide on hyzer. I could not focus at all with that construction they had going on there. Oh, I'm so happy to get away from that. I don't know if you could hear it that well. I have the noise canceling on, but holy cow, it was so loud. Moving on to a daunting hole 2. 483 down the fairway, and it bends a little left. Off the tee, you have to get past the corner. If you're short left, most likely you're going to be pitching out and trying to save par. Here, I either want to go with the Drive or the Passion. I'm thinking Passion as a fairway. Hopefully I can control it better, hit my line, make sure we get far enough down there. Oh, I just clipped that. Unbelievable. That would have been perfect. Discs always seem to land where you least expect them to. I just took maybe 5 to 8 minutes looking in the thick stuff, and the Passion landed right on the edge. We can try to knock off some distance, maybe with a forehand turnover. I think it's going to have to be with the Drive or the Passion again. I actually love that. Spread the love to the Swarm. See if we can get up and down here. Money. Ricky must just have giant hands. This thing feels so clunky in my hand. Look at that, I almost missed it. 2 holes down, 2 pars. Not my best efforts, but let's get one on hole 3. Hole 3 is an open par 4 as long as you get out of the initial gap. 486 feet. The basket sits on the right on this hill. If you go deep with your approach, you're going to be down the hill. There's also water down there. Hopefully that's not an issue. I'm planning to go Drive, Swarm, tap in birdie. It's going to be kind of short. I didn't get all of it, but it's a good spot to be. Originally, I thought I wanted to go Swarm on my approach, but since I landed here, I think I want to go straight at it with the Ricky putter. Little baby Annie, kind of flat. When I first tried the Ricky putter, I was out in the field just giving it a few tosses, and I couldn't believe how overstable it was. I can't imagine always putting with a putter so overstable. I would never get my putts to the basket. I'd like to be much closer than this, but let's see if we can tack on a birdie quick. Oh, it's rolling. Just to see, here's my Warden. It's player 2, but it feels so much better. It amazes me how much different it feels to putt a different putter. You would think the transition would be easy, but every time I do it, it's like I've never putted before. A 3 for 3 par start. Hole 4, 385. This first tee shot is basically a placement shot. Just get it around the corner. Then you're going up a pretty steep hill and the basket sits back on the left. I think I want to go swarm here outside of this middle tree. Just let it fade in. Throw it hard. Remember that it's overstable. If I baby this, we're going to be sawed off into the left. Yes. The exact line I wanted. Hopefully that ends up in a good spot. This is a tough spot here. I could go on the left, but with the slope of the hill, I feel like it's just going to keep my disc pretty straight. Or I could go big turnover, forehand on the right, and let it slope with the hill. I wish I had an overstable fairway for this. I don't know if the swarm gets all the way up the hill. Probably use the passion. See the line be the line. Come on. The only way is a forehand in the bucket. No. Guys, this would be a really good time if you're not already to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you're enjoying the video. Check out Foundation Discs, link down in the description. Shop through that link. It really helps support this YouTube channel. So if you're looking for new plastic, everything's at Foundation. Hit that link below. Hole 5, 252 feet. For the most part, this one's dead straight with a little fade on the back end. The basket sits between 2 trees. This one can be tricky because the floor rises as the ceiling gets lower. So you got a tight window to hit, but a straight shot should get to the basket. The swarm is going to be too overstable here, I think. So I'm going to go with the passion, try to keep it a little straighter. Just a bit too straight there, buddy. Let's see if I can even get this putter there. Give it some height, give it some ante, see if we can fade it in. Oh, come on! Let's go! Hole 6 is a par 4, 555. The tee shot is through the gap, uphill, then it kind of levels off, going slightly downhill, and the basket sits behind that big tree in the middle. The first shot, just throw it as far as you can. I'm going with the drive, see what can be done. That was a nice flat shot. It's up the hill, and it's going to be a decent spot. This slopes downhill, so if you go too far, you're going to be past the basket. I don't think the swarm gets there, so I'm going passion. Put it on some hyzer to get that distance control. No, that's going to be really sawed off, Max. Yeah, that's awful. Asking a lot out of this Ricky putter now. Back-to-back long ones. Oh, I thought we had it. On to this nightmare. It's short, 156 feet, uphill, tight gap to hit. Hit the gap, you got yourself a birdie. Don't hit it. Chances of rolling back down the hill are high. Oh, I love it. Get off it. Yes. This hole should be that easy every time, but sometimes I like to make it look difficult. All right, guys, it's time to get athletic. We got a par 5 here. 900 feet. Long grass on the left, thick on the right. You want to put one right down the middle of the fairway. Second shot hopefully enters the gap, and then you pitch up for the birdie. I'm going drive here. I say get athletic because I want to throw a far one. Probably 2 nose up. This isn't the worst thing ever, but I don't know. Still feel like it's not that far. Oh, that is butter. Big skip on the end, but I love that. Now I have a little putter that floats to the basket, hopefully goes in the basket. Honestly. So I was just here yesterday or the day before, and I was about right here, just in the center, and I forehanded my Warden in. That would have been back to back. Last hole, hole 9, 405. This tee shot I want pretty straight. If it ends a little left, that would be good. You don't really want to be caught in the middle. Like, you want to be either left or straight ahead, if that makes sense. After the showing it had on hole 8, I think we got to go back to the drive. I think that's money. Hopefully it got a little skip left. Got to beat that. Yes. There you guys have it. That is 9 holes with a few of my not so favorite Discraft molds. Again, I'm not saying these are bad discs. They just haven't worked out for me. I don't see myself bagging them. So just because I say they're not my favorite doesn't mean they won't be perfect for you guys. So if you haven't tried them and you want to, go ahead and do that. They could be your next favorite disc. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.